I mean, really, just where we left off in the spring. I mean, the summer we was just doing a lot of conditioning, OTAs, and everything, lifting and everything like that, everything else like that. But to be honest, we just picking up where we left off in the spring. We left off spring on a really good note, football wise, with the pads clicking and everything like that. So when it came to day one of fall camp, we just rolled off on that standard. I mean, summer was there for us to get stronger, faster, and in shape. You know what I mean? Learn the schematics and the mental side of football. And right now, it's just he's just putting it all together. So like yeah, as I said, we just picking off a spring. That's all.
Coach Rule talks a lot about the importance of a player-led team. That you sense that has even grown this year compared to last.
Yeah, I mean you got like wonderful guys like Giff, Ty, Jamari. Who else? Even Marquise, there's a lot of guys. Like to be honest, I want to say, or even Nash as well. Like, there's no one set leader. Like everybody has a voice to that team. Everybody can speak up and say what's right, what's wrong. Because why? Everybody knows what the standard looks like. Everybody knows what the standard is. I have an opportunity to say something. One of the sophomores, juniors, other seniors, sixth-year seniors, fifth-year seniors, even freshmen. If they know the standard, they can say it. You know what I mean? Everybody holds each other accountable. So, yeah, we trying to be a player-led team, and I do feel like we're taking the steps to be so.
How does hearing the motivating factors of a guy like Gift you mentioned, who's been around this program for longer than he's been playing in it, how does that impact you guys who maybe didn't know about Nebraska until you got to Nebraska?
I mean, Gift's impact is more so the fact that yeah, he's an older guy, right? Been playing a lot of football. He's been around here a long time. The only way I can say it is Gift's impact on the defense is major. You know what I mean? He's guys is always right on time with things. He knows his assignments, he knows how to execute, and that's the standard. You gotta know your assignment, know your technique, then execute it. And like for me per se, like me looking at Gift, I mean I'm coming into the later years of my college career as well, and I'm trying to do what I got to do after. But still looking at Gift is more so like I'm looking at him and like he's someone that I want to be. Not like a safety or anything like that, but he's someone I want to be as a leader. You know what I mean? He's someone that I admire when he in his work ethic, how he plays, how he talks, how he thinks. You know what I mean? Like in the sense where like we got different situations. I might rush the passer and got run 15 yards down the field. He might have to cover a really fast receiver 45 yards down the field and do the same play again. We could always complain about our woes and our falls, but if we just sit there and realize we both got our own weight on our own shoulders and we can both handle it and carry it very well, and understand our importance to the defense, that's where we can go really far. So that's how I really look at Gift. I mean, in my own perspective, that's how I look at Gift. But I just know Gift is a really, really important leader on our defense.
Talk about all these fifth and sixth year guys back on the team in general. Why are so many people coming back, and yourself included, when you could have moved on or whatever? Why are so many guys back?
I mean, I wasn't gonna move on regardless, but anywho, um, I just want to like those guys who came back. I really feel like they just knew what was going to come of being here in the second year. I mean, we all felt it. Like we all knew what was going on. Like last year, just trying to figure out the standard, trying to figure out how the coaches are, what the expectations and everything else like that. But in the sense where like people came back because they knew like, man, if we just did these two little things, if we, bought into the process a little more, even myself, you know what I mean? We just did those little things to kind of, you know, listen to what some of the coaches said. It's not everything is just for talk. Everything kind of does relate to the process, adds up, and when it comes to big games, and that's where the chasing three comes in. Chasing three is just not three simple points. We're not just chasing a field goal. It's all the little details that go into it. And that's when we kind of went in since the start of winter. That's what we try to start in and try to incorporate in football. And slowly but surely we're doing that.
MJ, how big of a talking point has been improving a four-man pass rush, getting home with four guys as opposed to just always having to rely on a blitz? How big is an emphasis that's happening?
It's been a pretty huge emphasis. I mean, like having having a 4-man rush and allowing the guys back there to cover. That'll be really great. That means more guys to cover, and like we don't gotta send a lot of people or do anything like that. And it makes it real easy on the defense as well. Coach White can call whatever you want to call, 40 family wise, and we just go there and rush. And that's been a really huge emphasis for us. And we just got to get back there, make disruption, create negative plays for the offense. Win on second down so they can have harder time to win on third down, knocking them out of certain areas of the field, and so we can just be the defense who can either score or give the offense a great position to score. So yeah, it's been a huge emphasis.
Are you still mainly at the Jack?
Yes.
So you got Bayer, Prince Will, you all back at that spot with a lot of experience, and then obviously Luke and Nick from the inside linebacker spots are gone. How do you see the distribution of experience among the linebackers working out, or how has it so far early in camp?
Okay, so in the Jack room, it's me, Prince Will, Jordan Ochoa, Willis McGahee, the fourth, Isaiah. Flores Smith. Yeah, if I'm saying his last name correct. Yeah, Ishmael. My bad. Ishmael Flores Smith and Maverick Noonan. That makes up our Jack room. And you talking about Makai and Luke and Nick. Luke and Nick left the standard here. That's the thing. They left the standard here in the linebacker room, how things are done, and everything else like that. But personally, in the Jack room, we just have a wonderful coach who's just Jack Potenza. He's been creating the plan for us for the win, ever since the winter, honestly. So like when it comes to experience and everything like that, we just rely on our coach, honestly. I rely on my previous experience. Prince Will relies on our previous experience. But other names I just mentioned, they still trying to develop within the college football game. But at the same time, we're not just doing that on our own. We have we have a wonderful coach, Jack Potenza, and he's doing a really good job in coaching us Jacks and telling us, developing the standard in that room, what it needs to look like, what it's not supposed to look like, and everything else like that. And so we can go out in the field and just attack, then be able to come back to meetings, look at film, and see what we did right and what we did wrong, or what needs a little bit of work and do better.
Through your college career, you've seen how hard coaches like Jack that tend to work behind the scenes. How cool is it that those guys can be more involved now with the new ruling, and that he can coach you the way he can?
I'm not familiar with the new ruling.
Oh, just on the field. So there was a new ruling where some of the other coaches could coach more on the field. How has that helped, I guess?
Shoot. That man's more than my ear and everything. Coach, as I said, Coach Jack, he always in my ear. He always coaching me up. To be honest, all I'm always searching for is coaching. There's certain plays where I look directly at him sometimes instead of looking for the play call, which is a habit I need to break. But you know what I mean? But in practice, I always try to look for him to see, what can I do a little bit better? If that was right, if that was wrong, did I make the right decision? Not more of in the thinking aspect, but more so in like, how can I get 1 step better, 1% better? So, yeah. But, it didn't make no difference to me. As I said, Jack always been in my ear. Yeah.
What players wear the headset helmets on defense for you guys?
I'm pretty sure the middle linebackers, like John Bullock and Javen Wright, Buddha Man, and Makai Babb, more likely so.
You think it's made a difference with just their ability to process and get things out, or is defense so quick that there's not a lot of time Coach Tony White, he loves to create chaos for us. Nothing's going to be easy, so sometimes he might hold it a little bit and everything else like that. So I haven't really seen like a true benefit from it, especially as a guy who always in the rush or with the D-line front. And but understanding that, I do feel like it does have a benefit of getting the calls in quicker and everything else like that too. But as I said, he likes to create chaos, so nothing's going to be truly easy. So yeah, that's all I can really say about that.